is up, y'all? GoofyRhexxi here, and hope everybody is doing well. And welcome, guys, to week number 19 of the beginner series here. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff going on, on the roster right now. Sorry, this is a little bit delayed. The reason why, I think you guys know, I was trying to prepare a video to talk about how to get earlier players, beginner players to late game content, or at least to plan out how to get to late game content a little bit quicker. So that's the reason why this series video was delayed here. But a lot of the things are sort of still where they are. We still are at level 67, still definitely a grind. It's going to take us a little while for us to be able to get to level 70, but the expectation is that we should be prepared once we do get level 7, get to level 70 to do the content that we need in this game, getting through Villains Chapter 7, getting through Heroes Chapter 7, or at least completing the first one of Heroes Chapter 7, and then being able to work our way all the way up to Villains Chapter 7-6 so that we can 3-star that hella node. What we're doing with the roster right now, we're taking a very tall building roster approach, right? KESTREL and Silver Surfer have been amazing gifts, for, I would say, beginner and free-to-play players. It's allowed them to stay extremely relevant. With that being said, I have put a lot of investment into these characters. Silver Surfer, I just got to Gear Tier 12, I think not too long ago, sometime this past week. And KESTREL, we're going to be getting her to Gear Tier 12. The reason why I haven't pulled the trigger on hitting that button yet is because I'm also farming the same gear for Minerva, and I know I don't have enough for her. And I'm also going to want to bring up Ghost to Gear Tier 12 as well. So until I have enough gear to bring all three of them up to Gear Tier 12, I am not going to be equipping all on KESTREL, just because I believe in scarcity mechanics. I think if I use the gear that, it may not show up as often as I needed to. So therefore, I just kind of want to make sure that I don't overuse it. And there's really no rush for me to put that gear on those characters right now. KESTREL is performing well in arena for me, in raids, also in RTA. So there's really no urgency for me to put any sort of extra gear into her. I have paused my investment on bringing up the legendary characters that I just unlocked. Invisible Woman, I got her to Gear Tier 11. And I realized that there's really no place for her on my roster right now, or there's really no place where I need to use her on my roster. She's a good character. She'll definitely find value later, but I just don't need her right now. So this gear is not a waste. It will be useful later, but just not at this moment. SHURI, I also paused a little bit as well, left her at Gear Tier 9. I'm going to be bringing her up a little bit later, but I wanted to ideally use her in raids, but I felt where we are, I'm able to go through my U6 lane with KESTREL, with Silver Surfer, with Hela, with Minerva, with Sinister, and have enough sustain to get me through all of the nodes. So I just don't feel like investing into her is incredibly relevant right now. But this week we do have Chaos Theory, so there is some investment that I'm putting into Wakandans. Very minimal investment, because we are only going to be able to do the first 3 tiers of the Chaos Theory event, because you only get 3 tokens and I haven't done any of them yet. So only the first 3 tiers are going to be available for me to actually go through. I am trying to get the last 6 shards that I need for Black Panther, but we should have enough time to do so within the next 24 to 48 hours. I feel like we should be fine. We don't have a Koya at 3 stars, but remember that for Tier 4 and before, you only need 4 characters to do it, being that we have SHURI now, Killmonger's already at 3, and Baku's ready to go to 3, and if we can unlock Black Panther, get him to level 30, with SHURI and Killmonger, we should be able to walk through their content with no problem. So that's pretty much basically where we are this week. There are some characters I think I talked about already, looking into bringing into Dark Dimension 2, KESTREL, Silver Surfer, Mr. Sinister, probably. Hela's a consideration, but I need higher stars on her in order for her to survive, so therefore I'm not sure yet. Minerva and, of course, Ghost will definitely be options for my Dark Dimension 2 team. We've already gotten the quantum energy. We've been grabbing that from a supply store. We actually also have the miasma. We have the gamma radiation for Minerva. We have the astral energy for Silver Surfer, and we also have the shield tech. There's also some shield tech that is in the calendar. We're getting 12 of them as well. So I definitely will have more than enough, and I need to be able to bring these 5 characters. Ballistic Weave, I also have enough of those as well. 5 or 6 characters to Gear Tier 13. you know, because I've been grabbing those pieces since I got to level 65, making sure that I'm farming them and grabbing them from a supply store every day. In terms of the stores where I'm doing my farms, Blitz orbs all the way here. I'm waiting until I get to like 3,500. I like to open up my orbs in bulk. So once I get to like 3,500 credits, I will make sure that I open up these orbs. Raid store. Once we get to 4,000 credits, we're going to be opening up the raid orbs. Yo-Yo's in the raid orbs right now, so very relevant for me to open up orbs for her. We're close to also being able to get Thor to 5 stars, which you're going to need him later for the Black Bolt unlock. But yeah, I mean, raid orbs is where we're going all the way. In the arena store, we did figure out exactly what we're going to be doing. So I'm going to be getting Mordo to 5 stars. That is going to be my main focus. Then I'm going to go to Heimdall, get him the 5 stars. And then after Heimdall, I'm going to go to Crystal and get her to 5 stars. And then probably after that, we'll probably go to Deadpool, right? That's most likely where we're going to go. But I just feel that was the best way for me to go. Mordo, I'm going to need to use him for the Mystic Villain section of the Villains campaign, which is the Hella node. So once you get through 7-1, 7-2, 7-3, you're going to want to use Mordo and other Mystic Villain characters because there's not really a lot of them that are actually good. You know, so Mystic, I think just getting him the 5 stars now will be okay, just to give him some of those extra hit points. Remember, we also already farmed Juggernaut, so we're going to be using Juggernaut there for Villain 7-6 as well. But that's later on content. I don't feel that there's any world where getting Heimdall the 5 stars immediately right now is going to benefit me. Nor same thing with Crystal, getting her to 5 stars immediately right now is going to be relevant to me as well. The more important thing is to make sure that I do farm them, you know, with enough time so that once I do get to level 70, that they're already done and ready to go. And then all we have to focus on is Hela and then other characters, Hela and other Asgardian characters to get them the 5. Hela, only have to focus on Hela, right? Because the other Asgardian characters will already be at 5 stars. And then only focus on probably other characters that we need to unlock, you know, Ebony Maw at that point. That was probably somewhat confusing, but I think you guys can decipher what I'm trying to say from that here. Listen, it's late. It's like 12:44 a.m. when I'm recording this video, right? But yeah, then that's pretty much it for me. I don't think that there's anything else I need to talk about. War Store, the farms are the same. X23, Ghost, you know, to get them the 5 stars. That's really our main focus. You know, other than that, there's really nothing else that we're doing with our War Store credits. For our campaign farms, Loki, Quake eventually for Ebony Maw, Loki for Black Bolt, and eventually what's her name, Phoenix, and then Nobu if we're farming as well to get Phoenix later on, Black Panther to unlock him, use him for Wakandans for the Chaos Theory event, and then Ghost Rider. We're probably going to be using a combination of Miss Marvel, Ghost Rider, and a few other Hero City characters once we do get to level 70. So I wanted to make sure that I farmed him and got him now. But that's pretty much it for me, guys, this week. Let me know if you have any questions about anything. Appreciate you guys watching. Love you guys much. And let me know if you have any questions about anything. Leave it in the comments. Appreciate you guys. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe.